All right, the fates have been kind. I've got the Kimura from the bottom. Huzzah. But he's not going to go gentle into that good night. He's going to defend. The most common way, as I've talked about before, is to come underneath his hamstring here and hide the hand there. So I'm going to cover 4 ways to break the grip when your opponent isn't being so kind as to let you just finish the Kimura. The first is the pulse rip. And this is the first grip break that I developed from this position, and I still use it a lot. So we're here. I am hanging heavy on his shoulder. I'm trying to keep him from posturing up. I'm going to do something stupid. I'm going to push his hand this way. I'm going to push. I'm going to push. I'm going to push rip. And then go in for the finish. If his hand is buried behind his hamstring, one of the worst things I could do is push it deeper into his hamstring. But we're simple creatures. And if I push, he's going to be happy. And if I push, he's going to be happy. And if I push, he's going to think that I'm an idiot. But at that point, I go to a pull. Then I go up, and then I go behind his back. Similar to the triangle rip from the teabag position. So we're here. Push, 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 rip. And then finish it. It lulls him into complacency. The next, if he grabs that tendon, is I'm going to use my leg. The leg that's not entangling him in half guard. I'm going to move my hips away, and I'm going to bring my knee in between him and I. It's like an extreme form of Z guard. This gives me a strong counterpoint that I can push and rip his arm out. Now the trouble is here, I'm not in as good a position to control him and to finish him. He will probably roll, so I have to be ready for that. As I begin to apply it, he's probably going to roll over. That's okay. I'm going to follow him to the top. Whether that is to the fat old lazy man Kimura, whether that is up to the near side Kimura, the teabag, the T Kimura, it doesn't matter. I've gone from the bottom to the top, it's still a sweep. That same knee through grip strip can also work if he's linking his hands. If he's linking his hands here, and I escape my hips away, and I can get my knee in between his hands. Sit up, please, Michael. There. If I can bring my knee in between here and then rip it this way, that's also something I can do sometimes. Let's say I can't bring my knee through. He's too tight on my hips. He's got his hands linked. So we're here playing this game. Turn this way, please. What I can do is I can move him lower on my body. I can go from a bent arm position to an extended arm position. We're here. We're pushing him lower on my body. That makes it relatively easy to bring my leg over top of his head. Posture up, please. Even if he's driving into me, from here I can push and then I can bring my foot into his hip. This is a very powerful position to rip from. From here I'm going to push with my foot and rip his arm free and can finish it. I need very little rotation because I have such a strong pulling power. This looks like it needs a ton of flexibility, and certainly if you're incredibly flexible, yeah, you can just do it from here and throw the leg over. I assure you, I am not extremely flexible, so I'm going to use other tricks to make the room. First, I'm going to push down and work my way up a little bit. Secondly, if I can bring my foot all the way here in one move, great, but I probably won't be able to. The best I'll be able to do probably is to bring my leg onto his head, at which point I'm going to kick him down and then put that foot right here in that nook. Now I'm going to pull, but I'm not going to pull with my arms, I'm going to pull with my back. It's essentially a deadlift. I'm essentially using a hinging motion here to rip that free and then to finish it. Let's say that I can't bring my leg over top. He's driving too much across. And I can't bring my knee up between our bodies. Well, I might still be able to bring my knee up under his chin. Here, I might be able to essentially reestablish that high knee shield. From here, it's a relatively simple motion to push away to bring that foot over the top of his head and then onto the hip where I'm going to rip. So Michael, crowd my hips with your head, please. We're here. It's going to be tough to move. Escape away. Work to get my knee in here. Now, if you're still crowding me, don't let my leg come over your head. It might be a bit of a battle to bring my knee up. It might be a bit of a battle to bring my leg over. It might be a bit of a battle to break his posture by kicking down. It might be a bit of a battle to get the foot on the hip. But each of these are winnable battles. And if you put them all together, you end up with that foot on the hip, which is a very, very powerful way to break the grip that he's using to defend against the Kimura.